Nature is not just a compilation of air, water, animals, plants, human beings, and the whole physical and material world. It is not only every single particle on the planet, it is the mother of every living thing. From the smallest flower to the largest animal to the most intelligent human being. Sometimes the nature speaks to us. Of course, not by applying any actual voice that we can hear, but using a different type of speaking, a specific kind of communication, which is known to turn the sounds into visuals, or more precisely, visual communication. Unfortunately, merely a small number of people are able to recognize the voice of the nature. It is only visible to people with powerful imagination and an extremely high level of creativity. In the process of exploring the wonderful colors in the nature, Edvard Munch, one of the most famous Norwegian artists worldwide, felt as if the nature is not only talking to him, but it is also screaming. The Scream is one of the most popular paintings by Edvard Munch during the Expressionism. It illustrates feelings of anxiety and fear. The first impression that we get from the picture is that the subject in focus is screaming, but a further observation of the image proves us wrong. Actually, the subject is the one who is hearing the scream, not the one screaming. Perhaps it illustrates the shock generated by what the person has just experienced. Secondly, we can see that the person's ears are covered by his or her hands, which means that he or she is trying to avoid the noise coming from outside. But why is the painting called The Scream in this case? Who is actually screaming? The answer is simple. It is the nature, as the picture was originally called The Scream of Nature. The scene is completed with a shore and some water, on the surface of which we can see floating boats. The landscape is broken by a large straight diagonal bridge on which we can see two figures in the distance and the main subject of this painting. The composition is amazing as it consists of many shapes and the subject is placed right at the intersection of all the lines. Also, the curves of the character's body follow the ones in the landscape. The Scream is an extremely valuable painting, not only because of the story behind it, including the tragedies in the artist's family, but also because of the idea of the scream of the nature, which might serve as a warning in the modern world. A scream means a cry for help, and nowadays the nature is screaming more than ever, hoping that someone like Edvard Munch will hear it. This might be the last scream though, so we should create a strong and a more powerful connection with our mother nature and pay attention to what it wants to tell us. Perhaps many people would say that they cannot help if the rest of their societies do not join them. However, everyone should be the change they wish to see in the world. As long as we keep this in mind, we can make a difference, and making a difference is what the world is all about.